Hi everyone, my name is William Sherbrel. Thank you guys for watching this video. Today, what I'm presenting to you guys is my artifacts. Yes, I said artifacts, not artifact. So I have two today. I know we're supposed to have one, but these two tie into each other. So I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this presentation. So the artifacts that I am presenting today is this one right here. This is my first football jersey. It is the team was called the Parkland Raiders. This is the first team organized sport that I played in. I know I really got that mixed up. The second is this jersey. This is the All-Star jersey that I got also for my first year playing football. So what I like to do for this part is I like to intertwine communication as well as intercultural communication. Well, actually, the first part is supposed to be culture. So what I like to do is to go over the culture a little bit when it comes to football, or participating in football. Um, it really much is a brotherhood, to say the least. It demands a lot out of you physically, mentally. That's the main thing that you're gonna get. That's the main takeaway that you're gonna find when it comes to football. Is you have to put in the hard work, you have to put in the dedication. Uh, if you don't, you're not going to get anything out of it. And football is a great thing to get, the values essentially from. And with culture, it's something that is learned, is something that can be passed down. Just like your culture that you have from your family. That's something that your family was taught from their family. Their parents and their parents before them that they instilled onto you, or something that can be learned. People that join the military, they learn they learn the military style culture. Football, it has their own, and the main things that you got to take away from it is, communication, um, be able to build bonds with one another, uh, hard work, and make sure you never quit. Those are the main things that are that you're gonna get taken. Those are the main things that you're gonna take away from it. Um, and then when it comes to the intercultural communications part, um, you know, there's not just one type of people or one type of culture that plays football. You get a lot of people from different backgrounds that play it. People that parents or might be from different places around the country. One of my friends that when I first started playing football, like I said in the jersey, he's Filipino. His mom came from the Philippines. Another one of my friends, he is full Samoan. Both of his parents came from Samoa. I've also had other friends, that grew up in the not the nicest neighborhoods. Family members are maybe part of gangs, and unfortunately, in Parkland's South Tacoma, it's right beside Spanaway. It's unfortunate, but that those areas, I do have those, you know, unfortunately suffer through that, and I've known some friends who didn't really have a great time. So that's the lightest way I could put it. But one of the things is, like I said, communication is the main thing, part with part of football. You have to learn how to be able to communicate, and you have to be able to learn how to set aside any differences or any thoughts that you might have from somebody with a different background. Because if you don't, the best analogy I have is, football is a team sport, and it's like a deck of cards. It's like a house of cards. If one thing is off, something's not balanced, you know, you know, two issues with the cards, the whole thing falls apart. And football, you don't want that to happen. So that's kind of what it takes away from intercultural communications, at least in that aspect of it. Anyways, to give a little bit of history about my artifacts, like I said, the first one, this guy right here. Um, like I said, this was the first football jersey from the first year I played football, and it, to me, I love football. It's one of the things I could go on talking about forever. It's something that I love to play. I can't play anymore. I've had too many injuries. I had to stop my senior year of high school because the doctors wouldn't allow it. But this one right here, this all-star one, like I said, this is the I got it the first year playing football. To give a little bit of history on that one, um, I was not the most athletic kids, to say the least. My nickname was Harry Potter, and I spent most of my time indoors, reading about paleontology, astronomy, history. But I really wanted to play football, and so the first day of practice, my coaches saw me, and they both fell on the floor laughing. Both my head coaches. They're both named were Tim, so that always got confusing when you said Coach Tim, and they asked which one. Um, but they were laughing because they saw me because I was trying to do jumping jacks, which I failed at completely, and so they eventually made a deal with my mom that if I was able to do jumping jacks by the end of the season, they would buy my mom dinner, and if I wasn't able to, they would buy her dinner. She ended up getting two dinners because one, I learned how to do jumping jacks, and secondly, I made the All Star team. There was only three players that were chosen for the All Star team from each team, and I was the only non-coach son that made the team. That made the All Star. So my mom threw that in as, "Hey, my son did this. You gotta step up the bet on that one." so um, so that's kind of a little bit of the history of it. To give a little bit more of a description, a All Star jersey. It is a red jersey with white lettering. I know it's a little bit hard to see. This is the company that sponsored the All Star game and the All Star team. This is the GPSYFL. That was the league that I was part of. And the reason why our jersey was red is that in my conference, we wore the red jerseys, and the other conference, they wore the blue jerseys. So you can tell each team apart. This one is a black jersey with red and white lettering, with a white collar and a white stripe going down the side, all the way down to the bottom. Really, about the only other thing that was interesting on this is we have a sponsor right there called Gorilla Inc. I don't know who they are, at least not anymore, but they gave us these really awesome jerseys at that time, so thank them. So what I like to do next is I like to go ahead and discuss some of the the general semantics, stuff that we had to learn, because surprisingly enough, there's a lot and lots and lots of words that you have to know, to say the least. To give an example, I played every position besides punter and kicker. The main positions I played during football were linebacker and running back. So linebackers, generally there are three linebacker positions. So you have the middle linebacker, which is called the Mike backer, and that was my primary spot. We also have the strong side linebacker, which is also named Leo. Depends on your term, or Sam. We also have the whip linebacker. Um, there's another, everybody has a different name for it, but that's the weak side linebacker. And then I also played running back or tailback or H back. There's a couple different names to it. And that's just the name. That's just kind of like the general naming of those positions. But to get a little bit more, like if you're playing defensive line, you have to know which technique you're in. You have to know which gap you're going into. And for us linebackers, for blitzing, you have to know which gap we're going to blitz. We have to know if we're playing man. We have to know if we're playing zone, what type of zone. We're playing quarters. Are we playing, am I going to play the flat? I have to know what the corners are doing. Are they pressing? Or are they playing, back? Are they backed off? Are they playing zone? Are they playing a deep zone? All the fun stuff. And then for me playing running back, I didn't know what the offensive line was doing. So if we're doing a run play, are the guards going to be pulling? Is the guard or tackle, are they going up to the second level to block the linebackers? Are they going to the third level? Where am I going to be standing at it? How far deep am I going to need to be standing behind? I need to, what type of, where I'm going to be running the football, which gap or which hole am I running to. There's a lot, there's a lot of verbiage to go on through. And then also, we have sign language that, or sign signals that we had to learn too as well. And um, there's just a lot, to say the least. So what I'm gonna do is now move to the next part. So is what do I hope that you know that this artifact can communicate to others, or people of other cultures, is that I wanted to show how how much of the hard work I put in. Because like I said before, when it comes to this culture, you need to put in the hard work. You get in what you put, you get out what you put in. And so, it's a little bit of a pride thing for me as well. It's not too often, first team sport that you play, you get an all-star. This isn't my first one either. I don't want to brag, but I played football for 7, 8 years, and other people played it longer. I just got hurt and could not play my senior season, unfortunately, which is something I really wish I still could be doing right now, because I would love to, but I can't. The doctors won't allow it. But I just really hope that this shows to people how much hard work I put in, and that I'm willing to do anything just to make sure that I can show you that I could be the best. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So when it comes to the next part, stereotypes, one of the main stereotypes is that you have to be the biggest, you have to be the fastest, you have to be, the most athletic, and you don't necessarily have to be able to play, even at the highest level, which is NFL. Like a guy I really look up to. His name is Darren Sproles. He's a running back for the Eagles, and he's been in the league for over 10 years. I think he's been in the league for 13 years now, and he's only 5'6". So he's not the tallest guy, but he puts in the hard work. He believes in himself. He has the dedication, and he knows that I can do this, and it shows. That's why he's been in the league for so long. And most running backs, they don't even last. Most people that play running back in the NFL, they don't even last for 2 years. Because they get beat up so badly. You're lucky if you even make it past year 3, or even up to year 6. So, he's shows how much hard work that he puts into it. And, he's not the biggest guy, he's not the fastest guy, but he's a guy that you rely on. So anyways, this last part is like, what, to give you guys a little bit more, the culture that football had provided, that I was part of, it's something that I still wish I was part of today, in a sense. It was fun being fit and, running around, flying everywhere, and, having a great time. But, it helped get me up every single day, and it helped show me what hard work can do. And, it helped build a lot of friendships, and, allowed me to be able to talk with people from, people I wouldn't even think I would be able to talk to, or people that I wouldn't be able to think that I could associate myself with. Not bad people or anything like that. Just sometimes high schooler kids. Hey, I gotta hang out with all the cool kids or something like that. I know that's kind of silly now, but at the time. But it's all thanks to football. But this video is running long. So I really appreciate you guys staying with me and watching through the whole video. And I hope you guys like the presentation. If you guys do have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. And I really hope you guys did enjoy the presentation. And I'll see you guys in class. Have a great day. Bye.